Hi everyone, we're live. Welcome to Spill the Kopi with me, CuddlyBossLady. And today we have a good friend, my jellyfish buddy, Kevin Yeap, who is the Perak state chief coach, and a former national swimmer, and blah blah blah. Banyak lah, your list very long one. Primarily 2017 SEA Games Open Water gold medalist, along with Heidi as well. And today he's agreed to put up with me and have a chat, have a coffee. Got coffee or not you?
No, I got a red dates tea. I made it just now.
Wow, so healthy. Such a good example for your swimmers. Okay, we're going to start off by talking about how you started on your swimming journey. I mean, this is something that I ask a lot of our ex-swimmers as well. I mean, how did you get started swimming?
Well, when I was like 5 and 6 years old, I started learn to swim. Then it's just with friends, we have fun, we swim together. Then slowly we not really know when are we going to move in groups, and groups the coach will pick us to move to the fastest group or improve one from the learn to swim to the intermediate to the advanced. Then we will sort of invite, or we upgrade into training in with the state team, which is in the stadium pool 50 meters from Ipoh Swimming Club. So from there I always look up to some of the senior swimmer like Anthony, Alan, Wong Taka. We always heard about them. Very rare see them because I'm not a really good swimmer at my age, below 12. And yeah, I just keep going for training because friends. And I started really intensive tough training when the China coach had select me as part of his team. Initially I was not picked up because I'm quite a teenager at that time, around 14, age of 14, and I'm not swimming that fast. So I'm not one of his selection until I being left out in one of the training. I didn't know the training was cancelled. Then the China coach just took me in because I was sitting there alone. So from there he
Oh,
start he start to look at me and push me really hard and tell me, if you want to have a better career in your swimming, you must come in full session. I didn't know what training will be like. I just afraid of him of yelling at me, so I just go all out and I just attend all the sessions. It's what takes me until the national level and so on.
so it was more of a accidental, uh, hello, oh, accidental falling into swimming. Because if you
Yeah,
hadn't gone to training, the coach may not have seen you, right? But
I think
sorry, Karen.
I'm just there at the right time, I will say. I just like going for training because you can chit chat with your friends, you can do your fun kick set, print with your friends, and yeah. But somehow at that time the training was cancelled. I was not informed.
Oh, okay, but it was good. I mean, it was. I mean, for swimming most of the time. Wow, Wikipedia.
Wow.
Wow, Kevin. Yeah. So I suppose from many swimmers' point of view, 14 is quite much older than how a lot of them would have started in the beginning, because most would have started like they're young and worked their way through age group. But you were, I would say, like a late bloomer, right?
Yes, I'm a late bloomer. You will never see me in any competition. I mean, my name pop up in the medal until age of 15. That's quite late actually. My best friend Daniel Bagel, he's the age group gold medalist. He's sapu all the medals since age of 8 until 15. Then I get to race with him. I get to get on podium with him, and Yeah.
So I mean, do you think it was to your advantage in a way that you started a little bit later, in the sense that from your mental and your maturity side of things, that it would have your advantage because you could
Yeah.
take in the lessons from what your coach was telling you, right?
Yeah, that's what keeps me able to swim until my age of 27 because I started late. I think I enjoy my I enjoy my kids as a fun swimmer. Then only I realized, oh, if you keep coming training, if you want to win, you have to give a lot of effort in the training. Really, you have to push every single session until you're crying or you are dying. It's normal. It's normal in training. So really, it challenged me a lot and gets up every morning just to go attend training.
I think that's the self discipline that you would need to have
Yeah,
to do it.
I would say normally it started when you're age of maybe 12. You have to start attending full session. Then it's easier to try and convert it when you grown up. So for me it's quite hard in between, like I'm already shoot up grown up, and then before that I was just relaxing, like training with friends because of fun. Then suddenly I was picked to be more aggressive, more responsible for representing the state.
I think, well, I suppose the coach would have seen, like, he wanted to see your attitude, right? How the approach you were. Otherwise, he could have said, just go home,
Yeah,
from that session.
we all know China coach is quite tough, for like come full session or you better stop, something like that. If you did something not correct, they will punish you, butterflies and squat jumps and the whole session. It's just yeah.
So, I mean, when you first started out, did you um, have a pet event, or it was just swim whatever it is that they told you to swim
No,
until
I just train for everything because I think I train a lot, like 11 sessions a week at that time. So I train every sessions, and I got very thick aerobic base, so I can handle uh long
whenever they throw at
distance
you?
very good. So, but my coach just trained me. Like, I just follow his program. I don't know what I'm training for, but I'm good at the long distance. I'm not really good a sprinter. I'm not a really good breaststroker. So I'm good in 200 back. I'm good in 200 fly. I'm good in 1005. So these three were my favorite event back then because I able to sustain and I able to swim fast
I
at my
mean,
age of 15.
because I guess naturally you were more inclined to the long distance side of things. Sounds like.
Yep, maybe what I did last time is build off not really aggressive, but I can sustain for quite longer period.
So when did you make the switch to fully? I mean, what were your main events that you swam during your age group time before nationals?
I don't know. I usually enter like 8 to 9 events, like what other kids will do. Because when you are age group swimmer, you just swim everything. You don't care your pet event. Like what happen if you get stuck at one event and you're not going for the other event? You are just lost your interest in swimming because you know your pet event not going to go further anymore. And if you swim other events, there's a choice of you getting improved in other event, and you can keep switching when you grow stage by stage. I used to be a very good 200 backstroker, then I only put on fully focus on my 1500 and 400 freestyle.
Okay, interesting. Well, you're tall enough. You got the long build like a lot of backstrokers have, right?
Yeah, back and freestyle probably
The
that's
closest
the
to each other, right?
closest. But not now lah. We can use other stroke to swim better in different size also. Depends on the technique now. So I don't fix my swimmer because of their build. So I just create some technique or ask them to swim shorter or something like that, just to make them swim smoother in every stroke. So yeah,
So you give
of
them an
course.
all round base.
Normally, you see freestyler will be like long arm, long legs, and that's what
Big feet.
we saw in Olympics and open water so long. Yeah.
I mean, when was your first? When did you first qualify national wise? I mean, normally we would do the age group run, right? Do they still have C age group? Your time? I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah. It's 50. So yeah, I started when I was 16. I get the chance to go for CH and ASEAN school. Oh, that's a really fun meet to go actually. I get to travel with other state swimmers and in our age group. I don't think a lot about winning at that time because it's my first time going with the national age, not the SEA Games and Asian Games, those type of major games yet. It's just age group. So yeah, it's fun. We go there, see my friends there. We hang out and then we just race hard.
I mean,
Then
it's like lifelong memories, right? The things
yeah,
that
yeah,
you start off with, and then sometimes it fuels you want to keep swimming. You enjoy that side of things as well as obviously the competition, right? In the pool is in the pool, and then your horizon is bigger now, right? And then
hmm
it can help motivate you to go further.
yes, definitely. I was not kids that like winning, but by the time I started win some medals, then I think, oh, I'm that good, so it keeps me going for winning more and more.
That's good. I mean, how did you? What? I mean, your first outing. Can you? Well, I'm gonna ask you. Can you remember what? How well
No,
what you
not
did?
not. I can't really remember
Hello,
what's my
there's a
first
lot
experience
nearer than my time. Okay, you were like younger.
because
Can't remember.
I don't know. I
Oh,
go
cannot
through
remember.
a lot. I remember the fun part, of course. I don't remember the experience, the race, the pool. I don't remember that, but I
Where
know
was
it's
it?
fun. Uh, in Brunei, I remember one in Brunei and CH. I can't remember where's the CH. I remember the first ASEAN school in Thailand. Sorry, in Thailand. And yeah.
So like, does chlorine cause memory loss? Yeah, sometimes.
I think it's the training cause the memory loss. You have to keep pushing yourself without a lot of oxygen, you know. Your coach just said, don't breathe. Now
Don't
I
breathe.
yell at my
Keep
kids like,
pushing.
don't breathe the last stroke, don't breathe the first stroke. Like you keep pushing.
Then you're like, oh my god, I'm dying.
Yeah.
But you have to. I will have to ask Mr. Bego the stories, the fun side of things. See whether
I
he.
think he can remember more. He can remember very details of um
Yeah, it's my brother.
when is the race, what is the time. Like he got a better memory than me in all this.
We find out all your scandals. That one no, that one we talk about offline lah.
Okay.
If you guys want to find out where Kevin is, you can find him on Facebook and Instagram as well. Correct?
Yep.
And because Azizul, who is here today, and there he is. He sometimes will post about the torture that his swimmers will go through, which I quite enjoy watching because it's funny. They're your Perak swimmers. Is it your Perak swimmers, right?
Yep. This is this year MIG.
Yeah, the last race, right? That you guys got to
Yeah.
do this year. I remember. Pandai lah you.
That's the same.
And I
Maybe
went
my
to.
swimmers will donate it for me one day.
You never know. I'll just mention it. Listen, your swimmers, your coach is hinting at you guys for that.
Coach for coach.
Um, coach for coach. Yes, your birthday was recently. Well, recentish. Is
That's
it
my
wrong?
mom. Yep.
Ah. So, I mean, coming back to the swimming side of things, were you the closest that came to my brother's record?
No.
Or Wilson?
Wilson got under 15:31. Yeah, he's the closest.
The closest.
I'm
But you
always
were the.
good in endurance, but I don't have a lot of speed, so I was just stuck at the 102 per 100 marks for very long time.
Oh, that's
Every
that's why you switched to open water.
No, I switched to open water because by 2016 I know after my graduation, which I took some break um for my study. Then when I come back to training, I know my fitness is not as good as my junior Wilson at that time. I see his pacing, I swim with him, I have no chance to get in front of him. So try to switch to open water and see I get a chance to go to Rio Olympics.
And look how well you did, SEA Games wise.
And thankfully, the Asum at that time give me the chance like, oh, let's try one more year. We give you chances to go experience more in open water. So I learned a lot from field trips. Then I know how should I finish the 10K strong. And at that time, I think some of the swimmers were really good in the pool, but not so experienced in open water.
So how was it? I mean, you would have had, because at that time competitive open water would have been quite new for at least our I mean, I can't remember when it started in SEA Games having open water, but quite recent, right? It's quite new compared to, I mean, obviously the main swimming event.
I compete once in 2011. My first race of open water. I have no idea how. Actually, I got invited by Chailin. She's the one asked us, let's go and join open water after our pool race. So okay, when we finish our pool race, and she got sick, really food poisoning, and then left us
Oh
to go.
no!
Me and Vernon went to because it's straight away from the 1005 I think it's 1005, the last day of the pool competition, and then straight away that night we have to hop into transport and get into an island, and we race over there. So I got not enough sleep, and the previous night that we took the boat was quite shaky. So we went there, and the next day, me and my partner Vernon, we are just sit there and we are so tired
So
before
you
the
were
race.
not at your optimum
No,
racing.
and we were not ready for it at all. We just jump in and enjoy our race, and get halfway, we got no idea where we going. And we just try to we got in front, and then we don't know where we're going, so we just wait for other swimmers to come in, and then we join behind them.
So you joined the pack.
Yeah, we joined the pack.
Wow, macho man there.
Um,
That
at that time lah,
was.
3 years back.
I'm not talking about now, darling. It's okay. um, I mean, but that's you've seen the change, right? I mean, 2011, like you said, you went in like I don't know what's going
I have
on,
no idea what I'm
no
doing there.
idea, and then at did you do subsequent years after 2011? Did you swim open water? at SEA Games
No,
after
no,
that?
no. We focus back in the pool. So because there's no open water competition after 2011 in Indonesia. Yeah, after the SEA Games, we don't have open water in 2013, 2015.
Okay, so just before, yeah, so 2017, 2015
Yeah,
was where?
2017 we
Okay.
host open water, and
Mm,
2019 as well they host it in Philippines.
Philippines. But
Yeah,
the Philippines was men's only, right?
yeah.
Um, so I mean, that journey you took, right, and switching back to open water. I mean, obviously, you must have been mentally much more prepared than your
Yeah, of course.
your first time.
De-
What did you
Definitely
do
I
in
was
terms of preparation?
um well, I have to get used to my open water technique for freestyle, which you have to swim with your head up sometimes to look in front. So you have to get really comfortable with that technique training at a long time. And also you don't do a lot of kicking in open water. You have to really strengthen your core and hold your body position in the water. Your legs going to die anyway. For me,
Yeah.
it gets cramped every time, every 10K race, just cramp at my hips, left hips, because I always breathe to the right side. I use my left hips to hold my body position. So it's always get cramped on one side, and when I come out from the open water race, normally I will limping towards the
I feel
spectator
your
side.
pain. I really do
Yeah.
feel your pain. I mean, would you have, I mean, with the knowledge that you have now, right? Would you have advised your younger self differently, like how you would approach it and what you would do?
No, I don't think so, because it's a part of the process. It's not part of the progression. If you are not get to learn at that point, there's some reason because you don't get into that how to say, that part of experience, that part of people who guide you. There's nobody to guide you how to swim in open water at that time. Then slowly I follow race with Heidi coach Matt. Then I get more experience toward how I'm going to finish the race hard in 10K. It's not 1500 where you're holding pace per 100, where you can swim 10K. If you swim wrongly, you might go to 11K.
Yeah.
if you if you know how to cut short and swim point to point, it might get to below 10K, something like that. The race distance doesn't fix. It might go, the boy might go nearer or go further,
I mean,
and you're
mm.
getting tired. You make more mistake in
So what would
cycling.
you, I mean, taking it from a coach's point of view then, I mean, how would you prepare and um, your swimmers now? I mean, with your own, using your own experiences and obviously knowledge now, um, how would you train
I will
your?
still do something. I will say something similar that what I did from my experience, from my program, from my training. So yeah, I will mix around open water skill for them. Especially I like to tie up their legs and swim open water, swim with band
Yes.
only, that
Yes.
from your legs drop, and you need to know how to hold your core the whole way. That's very important in open water. Other than if you got um, your tech suit to help you to hold your body, if you are just wearing your swim trunk, yeah, it's hard.
Sorry.
So you have to really learn how to swim, keep on pulling forward without a lot of resistance when your legs die.
And your legs will die, no matter how
Yes,
much. But
and they did well in open water. I'm proud of that. The few of my swimmers,
yes,
they got a top position in their age group. in Swim On, hosted by Swim On Malaysia Open as well. So it's good. They learn what I taught.
They're doing well. I mean, open water, competitive open water in Malaysia now, from a development point of view, is still quite new.
Yes.
And although, progressively changing. And, I mean, I always tell my swimmers that, they should try it at least once. Even if they can be a sprinter or they can be anything, if you try it just once, it teaches you your limitations. You know what, okay, this is what I would need to do, and think about things, right? How you swim, how you, I just get them to do it because I'm evil like that. But, would you do that the same for your swimmers? I mean, all the
Yes,
different levels that you have.
they should. Yeah, I agree. They should at least try once, but don't take it as a competition race. Take it as a fun race,
Le-
a weekend
learning
activity to
experience.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new experience. Yeah, just have to cycle them and encourage them a little bit that nothing happen inside. Right, you got nothing inside the water. Just swim in.
Just swim. Just swim
Just
from
swim.
point
Yeah, don't
this
care.
point to this point. Finish, and then we can go and eat afterwards. Very important, okay? Go makan. There's always an incentive, right, for swimmers. After we finish everything, then go and makan.
There's the incentive for every session, and you get to eat more after your
I think
session.
I think coaches also will have the same
Coaches.
incentive. Yeah, very
I
tiring,
try.
coaching.
I always try to buy them more food to eat if I get to sit the same table with them. Then I will order more food just to put in front of them. Then I just tell them like finish it. If not, you get extra this afternoon.
Extra set.
Extra set this afternoon. So you have to finish it. Eat.
That's always a good thing, right? Feed your students. Make them work harder.
Yeah. Make
Um,
them look more like a swimmer.
I'm not sure the broader shoulders and everything else, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's if we talk about cross training and different putting in different elements from different fitness
Mm-hmm.
things to actually improve your chosen sport. And like I said, you could be a sprinter, you can be anything. You just try it once. You'd be surprised what you learn about yourself as a swimmer, or you learn about your swimmers. Right? Sometimes they will surprise you. If they, sometimes it's the taking them out of the comfort zone side of things, right? They always do like the same thing. Always stay in the
I
same
know.
thing.
Yeah.
And they don't always challenge themselves as much as they should be, perhaps. I mean, that's where you as coaches or those who let them have a go and try different things. So, but I want to tell my swimmers who do watch this, you still cannot avoid kick sets. Even if you don't kick as much, you still cannot avoid kick sets, okay? They try very hard to avoid. I don't. They like the social kicking lah. Like we always like, you
Yeah,
social
I
kick
know.
and then you chit chat. But you can still do that well. No escaping kick sets. Yes. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So one of the things we wanted to mention was the Kevin and I will be doing a workshop in
Yes.
October. If anyone is interested in taking part, you would go to the Kuronang Swim Academy Facebook
Yeah.
page.
Irena Swim Academy and
Yes, I will reshare the link and everything when it's up on their Facebook page, and that is it. Kevin, or I just help Kevin lah. In an open water swimming workshop in the pool. Don't worry, we will not throw you into jellyfish infested waters, because Kevin and I both want to avoid jellyfish infested waters for a long time to come. It is on October 17th and 18th, a Saturday and Sunday, and definitely there will be some leg tying somewhere.
Yes.
which sounds extremely dodgy, but that's how we are. If you can swim, what was it, 200 meters, fairly well,
Yeah, at
okay.
least you can finish a 200 meters. Like you experience or not experience open water is okay. Yeah, we will swimming some laps there, and maybe at the end of the session we will try a 20 minutes race. See how many rounds you can go for. We set up the boys and stuff, then the winners get some prize.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not including eating with Kevin so that you do exercise. Well, we could, yes. We'll
The
make that.
free.
I'm not sure that's an incentive. Like, work harder. But,
Mm.
no. So, Kuranang Swimming Academy Facebook page, as well as they're also on Instagram. So, they will be posting how you can register for the clinic workshop. And yes, Kevin and I will be there in Ipoh. I will definitely go there and have Ipoh white coffee again. Yep, that's the Facebook page. So the registration thing will be up after our show later today, and you can register. And yeah, like Kevin was saying, you don't have to have open water experience or a lot of open water experience, but if you wanted to know more about open water or want to fine tune what skills you have, you or your kids, then drop us a line and come to our clinic. It'll be fun. It's always fun. I always have fun at my clinics.
Yeah, you learn something and you have fun.
Exactly. You learn more when you have fun. I mean, I'm gonna talk about our because my kids always ask me about our jellyfish experience. Kevin and I shared a little too close proximity to a lot of jellyfish 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years already. 2 years, right?
Yeah,
About 2 years ago in Penang. Jellyfish are delicious to eat, but not so much to swim with. It was the first time I've ever gotten stung by jellyfish. Ever.
first time.
First time
Okay.
ever.
Yeah.
So thanks to Kevin.
Mm,
Not
I'm
going.
sure I'm invited by someone to be there.
Kel, are you watching? Yeah. It's yeah. So it was an unusual cross channel. I mean, I've done the cross channel before, but I was like 12, so it was a very long time ago, and we were asked to not carry the torch, pull the torch along.
Yeah.
For the was it Asia Pacific Masters
APMG,
game.
yeah.
Yeah,
APMG.
in Penang. So we thought, yeah, that's cool. You know, Kevin and I would do that together along with some others, and it was definitely an experience that we both will not forget.
Yeah, definitely.
I've never seen so many jellyfish in my life.
And it's like every three pools, like you can touch something jelly. So I'm not sure
Yeah,
it's a plastic bag or some
or
string or really
jellyfish.
jellyfish, but you get
It
shocked
was
anyway.
like, yeah, you'd be like, ah. Because I think we started later than normally they would advise, and
Yes.
the warmer it gets, the jellyfish tend to rise. So we were like, it's gonna be fun. I think we didn't even swim 1 km out, right? And then we met
No.
friendly jellyfish. There was so many of them. I was like, and then they came. Yes, please eat more jellyfish. That's why the turtle
Yeah.
population and all these things. Please, turtle conservation so they can eat the jellyfish, particularly on the west coast. And then we can swim again. And what was it? Yeah, and then they picked up the rest of the team, participant, whatever you want to call them, that were pulling the torch, and then left the two of us in the water with the jellyfish until we told them off. It's like, hello, we also want to get up from this jellyfish situation. Um, but man, it was. I don't know how many times we got stung.
Basically, I'm covered left my wrist and my ankle, but still I got the chance of
They made friends with
not
the
not
jellyfish.
be friends with the jellyfish, get touched by them,
I was like,
roll
oh my
around my
god.
ankles.
I was like, and then we rode the boat for a period of time because both Kevin and I decided, all right, that's it. You know, swimming it without the jellyfish is not the issue. It's I'm not doing it. It's not a race. We're just doing this thing. So
Yeah.
it's like, no, it's okay. And then I think, yay, more jellyfish. Yeah, y'all export to China, please. Thank you. Um, and we what was it? Yeah, and then they wanted to swim in the last km, right?
Yeah. We were like, go further in front, go further in front. There's no stop
Nearer
here.
the
The
shore, nearer
camera,
the shore.
the drone start to camera already.
It's
We
like,
have
oh
to finish
man,
it. Okay. Hopefully there's no jellyfish because we close to the shore, and when that time we
no,
hop in, just another one.
another one straight away. And then
Yeah.
we were like, oh my god. But it was an adventure, and I don't mind more adventures, but not with that kind of not the amount of jellyfish. Except when we makan lah, makan can lah, okay? We go eat.
Yeah, Japanese food, right?
Yeah, yeah. With the vinegar and the sesame seed one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that one. I don't know how you prepare it though.
I don't know. You have to ask the chef. I don't know which
don't know, man.
jellyfish can.
Can
I
eat.
don't
Don't
think you
simply go
just
and pick
pick
one
the
out.
jellyfish from any place that you just eat from the
That would
sea. You
be
just eat it alive.
no way, man.
No.
You'd be one very brave person if you did that, right? So, I mean, okay, because I mean, us talking about this is that's why a lot of people wouldn't start open water because they're, hey, jellyfish lah, don't know what's in the sea lah, you know. I mean, how would you? I mean, like you were saying, how would they? Because it is a fear that some people have, right? That
Yeah.
we don't know what's below. And I always say that, I mean, we swim in all kinds of, you swim Putrajaya lah, you swim PD lah. And generally speaking, when you swim in those, you're like, actually, I don't want to see what's below anyway. I just want to swim. Especially Putrajaya Lake, I just don't want to see what's there. I just swim.
But from my experience, I gone to one of the race in Indonesia, which is a very east side of the Indonesia. Is closer to Australia than Malaysia. So at that place, I think their rubbish is not really well managed. It goes into the sea. So basically, the whole race I was competing around the rubbish.
Oh man.
So when I swim, I basically need to avoid all the plastics and some wooden something with nails. I don't know, is it from the cupboard or from the ship? And it's like obstacles. You have to race 10 km, but now you have to cross over those obstacles to win it.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a horrible experience, and they after finish the race, because I'm the only one from the international side, and at the time Thailand was not able to fly in because of the weather, so I'm the only one represent other country to swim at that race, and they interview me with camera and stuff. And then they're like, should this place hold open water again? Like, yeah, maybe. Is it terrible to swim? It's still all right. I still finish it.
Such a diplomat like you. I'll be like, man,
By
this
that
place
time,
sucks. No, I would say that.
by the time they finish the interview, I take off my upper body part and my body just covered with all the straws and
Oh
leaves
man.
inside my suit. They was like, oh man, this is so embarrassing.
Well, luckily you didn't do that while on camera. You said,
Yeah, if I just take it out there, they were like, oh my god. I will not realize all the rubbish actually went into my suit.
Because you're swimming, when you're swimming, you're focused on, okay, I gotta avoid this, I gotta get to this point, I gotta go this point, right? You don't realize what you pick up
I
as
don't
you
know.
go
I
along.
really don't know.
I can't imagine, man. I mean, when we did the cross channel, I know you were not born then, but um, we started from the Gurney Drive side of things, and at that time they hadn't cleaned up the edge, so we had uh, sometimes dead chicken. We had dead chicken, and I don't know, like the usual durian shell lah, whatever, and all this stuff. And you're like, okay, but once you pass that point, it's fine. I mean, at that time we didn't have an occasional jellyfish, but nothing. Nothing, nothing like our experience before, and that was fine. And then, but it's like, ew, how do I get? Okay, no, we just never mind. Don't
Focus
think
on your
about,
race.
yeah, don't think about what might be floating around. Just that way. But I can't imagine like most of the race you're trying to obstacle course.
Avoid that. But
Maybe
other race was alright because few of my race is under FINA World Cup FINA, which is really good. From Hong Kong, UAE, the water so clean that even 2 to 3 meter deep, you still can see the sand. Like it's really beautiful. I
I mean,
enjoy the race,
so I
but it's
mean,
tough race.
yeah, I guess
It's
it's.
really tough race.
I mean, I, it's different, right? It's all
A lot
each
different, yeah.
yeah, each venue is brings its own challenges and different experiences. I mean, even if you go to the same venue the following year or a different time of year, it can be a completely
Yeah,
different.
that's why you don't see a world record for open water race. You normally
Because you
don't see
can't
that.
you
You
can't
can't adjust, like things change, like this year not same with next year. Even the next day it won't be the same.
yeah, I mean, currents change, weather,
Yeah.
yeah, too many variables that you would consider. But that's what makes it interesting in many respects, because I mean, the challenge is there, and um, it makes you stronger,
But
I guess,
but
if you want to
we
look at it
just
that way.
don't think about those things. We just think about swimming from point to point straight. That's what you need to focus in open water.
It's
If
like,
you are
what's the best
swimming
strategy to
uh,
and when you're in the water,
in the
and
water,
because you don't know, sometimes you don't even know your nearest opponent, where they are, because sometimes uh, you can be by yourself,
mm-hmm.
and then you don't know if they're behind you, they're in front of you, or someone close to you, but they're not close enough for you to see, right, as you go along. So I think
Of course
sometimes that's the hardest.
you still need to aware where are you and sort of things, but you don't take that those things that actually affect in your performance. You need to aware, but you just try to ignore it.
Yeah, actually it's your own race,
Yeah.
and mentally I think that's where you have to be the strongest, because primarily it's you. I mean, as you know, in pool swimming, it is you in your lane, but you know where everybody is, right? You can see everyone starts at the same, yeah, you have a much clearer idea of where everyone is. Although we should throw jellyfish in,
The pool.
throw it in the pool. Okay, you all swim faster now. Okay, there, swimming already. That'll be interesting, actually. Um, And no, we're not going to do that during the workshop. We're not going to throw jellyfish into the pool at you. Tempting. Yeah, bring some sharks.
Sharks.
Throw some sharks in. So, yeah, so a lot of times, I mean, the mental preparation and strengthening that you would have to do, especially for open water, is different. I think you have to be very prepared to, like you said, you have to be aware of what's around you, but not to the point where it affects what you're doing or your performance or your race itself, unless you're chasing them down, which is part of the fun. You chase
If
people
you
down.
just if you think too much in your race, that probably those things will actually use up your energy then in your race.
Yeah,
So if
you
you think like
overthink and then
someone push you a bit, poke you a bit, and elbow you a bit, that makes you angry, and your awareness and your focus switch off, something like that. Yeah, it happens. Like if I swimming with my kids, I will do that to them, just make them try
fun, right?
like how you swim in the World Cup, like everyone just macking each other. If you're slow, people just press you down, they swim on top of you. They
Which is
don't
actually
swim
dangerous, but
yeah, they don't swim. Just, we got no safety buoy. Obviously, it's a professional race, so yeah, I get all this. The first few races, I get really angry because I don't swim. I don't used to people elbow me and
yeah,
swim so close at me, and when I learned that, now I know how to avoid or know how to
swim through.
give you back something, and then
Yes.
yeah,
But according to FINA rules, we're not allowed to do that. Okay,
no.
just saying.
Just do it in your stroke. You
Yeah.
don't do it purposely.
Yeah, here's a jellyfish. Keep some hidden jellyfish in the thread. But yeah, I mean, you can do all these things with training, right? You can.
But I don't teach all these things in for my kids. Like, if you see your opponent there, go and punch them. No, no, no.
Please don't
You
punch
swim your
anybody.
race.
That's not good sportsmanship. Tempting.
No,
I
no,
know
no.
sometimes it's very tempting to like, will you stop doing that? But
Because I get slapped anyway, so why not?
it's like, oops, accidental. Whoops.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Not my fault. The current.
Current, yeah, it's like fine. When in one of the clinics I did last time is like we would try and swim in between, when they're like that, right? And you can see the gaps.
Yeah.
You try and swim in between, and then you push your way through, and then I remember two kids were like, why suddenly got one person come right there? But that's how it is, right? Sometimes in races, that's suddenly because, especially if you swim in a tight pack, right? You got to find that opening that gives you
Yeah,
that
the pathway
run through.
to go forward.
So yeah, I like to do that. It's fun to scare them out.
Yeah.
That will happen to you in the clinic, maybe. I'm just not saying that this October.
Just put
Kevin,
few of them, start swimming first, and then suddenly I jump in, sprint a 50. Like, oh, where's the current came from?
that swimming pool where got current. Suddenly got current, yes. Tiba-tiba ada current, and then we can go there. But it's good. We're a little quiet today. Everyone's still at lunch. You lah. You asked earlier. No lah. Okay. I mean, what are your save the swimmers, eat more jellyfish, man. Export them to China. Think about that. I'm not sure they're the right kind of jellyfish to eat though. But I mean, I know they're part of the ecosystem, but we don't need that many. Okay. So I mean, what are the plans for yourself? I mean, in terms of your swimmers and your own. I'm not gonna ask you to make a comeback lah. Okay, friend. Tempting.
No.
Don't want to train like last time, right?
No lah.
No more.
I'm just the one yelling on top, not the one swimming.
Throw in the jellyfish at them.
Yeah,
You
in
have it
terms
out
of
there.
my coaching here, I want to bring back Perak swimmers into the podium level. That's my priority goal. Also, I want to more swimmers to like more people to get involved in swimming, more kids to training. Um, we passed through like you can see few generation of good swimmers from Perak, and suddenly it just vanished because we got no development at that point. Pool was quite old and keep on repairing, and the development just stopped at that time. So now we got a really good pool. We can
Can you?
develop more. Yeah, actually in Perak, not many district get the access to the pool. We try lah. We try to um, ask more teachers or coaches to come learn from us, and we try to develop swimming from other district other than just Ipoh.
Okay. I mean, why do you think? I don't know if this is a controversial question, but why do you think? I mean, uh, Azizul is also from Ipoh. Why do you think um, the swimming has? Well, I'm not necessarily Perak, but kind of gone through a more downward turn compared to previously. Controversial question ka?
Depends you want to know in the national level or in just my state level.
Why don't we just stick to your state level before
Okay.
I get into trouble?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can get in trouble, Kevin. It's okay. I'm not from Perak. It's fine. Yeah, carry on.
The changes of coach, the head coach, maybe each term 2 to 3 years, then this coach will leave the team, and then another 2 to 3 years, changing of management. Yeah, that's affect the sports a lot. Like, if you want a steady association or a very good swimming sports environment, it should be stick into one good one. We keep producing swimmers and medals. If you just have a term of 2 to 3 years, then you stop, then where the swimmer should train, then they get lazy, break for
And
three
then it,
months. Then another coach came in. They're like, "Oh, we have to start all over again, and then start all over again." And we have problem with pools and stuff. So, uh, yeah, that's the experience. Not the experience, but that's the news I got it from my swimmers. Because some of the swimmers in the Perak in Ipoh actually they have 2 years or 1.5 year that literally got no pool to train. So what should they do?
yeah, I know.
From
I think that's the struggle, right? Once you tend to fall out of the routine of
yeah,
of whether it's your own circumstances or sometimes circumstances beyond your control, it's yeah, you fall out of the routine, and then sometimes when you fall out of the routine, dragging yourself to it, right? You get starting
say
again. That's
it is a lot worse than just MCO. MCO we get 2 months and 2 to 3 months out of water, but we still keep in a group. We still keep in contact. We do dry land together. But at that point, there's 1.5 year. You won't get meet to each other to do training because
that's a
why should you
long
train?
time, you know.
or
I mean, with MCO and that, you kind of feel like okay, there's still the light at the end of the tunnel somewhere, right?
yeah,
You can still, like you say, you do dry land together. You have the technology, but a year and a half is a long time.
it
Uh,
does. So I'm happy I come back and start develop again. We see swimmers coming up and more younger swimmers that actually swim faster in the their age level.
sorry. Um, yeah, I think, yeah, it's hard to that mentality, right? Over a period of time, it's re-switching yourself back into, okay, I'm gonna restart everything. I'm gonna be from scratch again.
Yep.
People will find other things to do, and then off it goes, right?
Their focus just go. Well, some it really hard to cycle them in terms of the winning mentality. Not every kids want to win. Some they know they don't have the chance to win in any other national meet, but you just ask them to go, keep them training to break their personal best. That's all. That's all what they're aiming for. If they are really good, they get the chance to represent the state, then it's good. If you are not, you are still going to achieve higher level for yourself.
I mean, it's the progress you want to see, right? That you
Yep,
would hit
it's the
certain
progress.
goals. We actually have some technical issues seeing the comments in the Facebook stream. And yeah, so I'm sorry everyone that we can't highlight your questions, but what I'll do is I'll read them out from the section because for some reason it's not appearing for us, and normally what we do is we highlight certain questions.
Oh,
Let me have a look. Sorry, yeah, I'm going to. You carry on talking. No pressure. Just keep talking. Talk about jellyfish, my friend.
like questions.
You prefer question? Hello, learn to talk. Okay. Someone was asking. Linny was asking about masters. Whether that was the question for Clara.
Yes, actually. Well, we plan to have masters, but we need to get approval and sort of stuff from many parties that make sure things don't get disturbed or stop in the middle of the way, the progress. So yeah, we will let everyone know once we get the confirmation and stuff.
So hopefully, if all goes well,
Yeah.
we can have masters. And then you can
But
see Kevin.
we discussed already. We don't want the master to be too stressful for winning and stuff. We want to have a fun meet sort of thing. Everyone get like I said, everyone get the chance to break their personal best. Maybe after 3 months of resting and come back, so you will see where you at the moment. Because of course we got our time system running just like normal race, but yeah, it's going to be
Just
fun.
have fun. We will
Yeah.
have fun. We always have fun. Well, I do. I don't know. It's fun. You swim, and I will say that I will never swim 200 IM again. And every year I seem to be swimming 200 IM. So it's very weird. I don't know why I
Yeah,
swim 200 IM.
it's an achievement, right? Like, oh,
It's
this year I
achievement.
did 200
It's
IM.
like,
I finished
every,
200 IM.
you're right. Every year, what? Every like, I don't want to swim. Somebody else swim 200 IM. Don't want. Then it's like, hey, Leah got nobody else. Okay lah, I swim lah. I swim 200 IM and then I kena con, man. Every year kena con swim 200 IM. Okay lah, I self-volunteer myself lah, but...
Which
You
is good,
leh?
but
You also
for some
swim
swimmer
every...
that me, I try to go faster for my breaststroke.
Your weakest stroke, right?
Yeah, I still figure out how to swim a good breaststroke for myself.
Yeah, man. I like swim 100 breaststroke. I'm like, wow, last time I never
I
swim
don't
this
really
man.
want to swim long distance and freestyle another stroke, but I
I
want to
want.
do some sprinting and breaststroke. Yeah, maybe I want to do that.
Swim breaststroke, backstroke. Think about food. Eh, put food, man.
Nah, we don't really focus on fried chicken. We got a lot of food, a lot of fun, a lot of hot fun.
Yes. And Ipoh coffee. Coffee is good. Okay?
Coffee is good.
Yes, coffee. Coffee time now. Except you're drinking very healthy drinks. Beverly is asking, how do you stay slim?
Slim.
Hello, you slimmer than me.
I try to maintain, do some workout every alternate days. Try not to overeat like last time. Last time I can just order 2 to 3 bowls of rice. Yeah, sub soy lah, 2 to 3 bowls of rice. Now, nah, one bowl,
Okay.
maybe half a bowl is enough. More veggie, please. So yeah,
Yeah,
depends.
that's good.
Uh,
Swimming coffee. No lah, a bit sticky. Yeah. It'd be like swimming in the same amount of rubbish that Kevin swam in
no,
Indonesia. No, that's a whole different.
you
No, we
can
can recreate
experience
for
it,
you,
but
okay? I'll just recreate
you
for
can
you.
see all the packaging food, and I'm not sure there's some
We don't want to know.
diapers floating. I don't know. There's a lot of things going
Oh,
on
you're like,
there.
okay, I just want to think about the finish line, right? It's like, I don't want to
Yeah.
think. Hey, did you get sick
After
afterwards?
no, I perfectly good.
That's good. Oh, I can't imagine doing that, man. Let's see what else is there. Uh, oh, Haziq, Coach Haziq. Hello, Coach Haziq.
Oh,
Is
hello.
mentioning Kuala Kangsar Laksa. Yes, I know I'm supposed to go and have Kuala Kangsar Laksa with you. Did you go that day? Or you met him in Ipoh?
No, I met him in Ipoh. We had coffee also.
Ah, standard coffee. Every time I drive to Penang, I will stop by Ipoh and see my Ipoh tourism ambassador friend here, and then we have coffee and what is it? Fun. Yummy.
Mm-hmm.
And then yes, one day we will have the Kuala Kangsar Laksa as promised. I will go there and eat. Yeah, just go there and eat lah. You know, or swim. Let me see. What is the secret for counting laps in long distance in the pool? Beverly's asking.
Oh, So, last time, when I still training for open water, I swim like 2K straight, 3K straight, 4K straight, something like that. So how you keep counting? Sometimes I ask my coach, my assistant coach, to throw fins at the bottom after I finish 500, each 500. Or actually, I'm look at the time lah, the LED time. So every 100, I will roughly know what time I will reach. So after 500, I look at the clock. I will know actually I swam 500. Sometimes I get confused, but once you keep going same pace, you will know this is the time I'm swimming, this is the time I'm reaching. So it won't lari a lot. It won't be a lot of difference. If really if you got someone to help you, yeah, every 500 you just ask them throw something down.
So once they don't throw it on you, right?
Don't throw on me, but you just soak it inside,
Whoops!
and so you
Whoops!
know.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Kevin. um, and oh, that's interesting. Having the fins. I'm sure the people enjoyed. Yeah, there you go, Kevin. One jellyfish every 500. I think Kevin will get out a lot faster by that point. Yeah, one jellyfish every 500 meters. I still got a scar on my foot.
Yes, the sky is still there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was fun. What Linny is asking, what song goes through your head during open water?
Oh, there's a lot.
What goes through your head? I mean, I have different things. Sometimes music, sometimes I gotta do this by this I don't know, it's like, okay, I gotta do this by this point. Oh, okay, then there's the marker there. Okay, then I gotta right. I mean, what sort of things go through your head? I mean, because even though you are concentrating to a point, but your mind can, wander.
Yep, sometimes just mixed feelings. Sometimes you think about songs, sometimes you think about what will go wrong or something. Sometimes when you jump in, maybe first part of race, why am I signed up for this? And then after you
Yeah.
see, I have to do it anyway for someone or for something. Yeah, sometimes you have song in your mind, especially you swimming straight. You know you're swimming just straight forward, and you have some other thing to put your pain aside. I would say you focus on.
your
if you
distraction.
focus too much
Yeah.
of your, sometimes you focus too much on your technique and stuff, it will get, yeah,
You get
you get more stressful. You
too,
just think of,
yeah. Yeah, sometime during the race you will regret your life choice.
yeah.
Yes, always. Especially the longer the race. Like the 10K. You'll be like, hey, why I do this? The things I do. And then when you finally see the last boy, right, in the distance, you're like, all right. Yes. The best thing. But then to get to that last point, it always seems the furthest thing away, right? The last boy always seems like the furthest that you've ever. Like, I mean, you did Perhentian, right? And then when you come to the mosque on the small island, right, you see the mosque, which is your, you know, it's the home stretch, but the mosque seems so far. Even though, like, it's
Yeah,
just
it's just
there.
like
Cannot.
you keep swimming, but the moss just stay the same, the
Yeah, same
same
distance. It
distance.
seems like it's the same distance
It's
from
still
where
so
you
small.
are.
It's still so small. It's still so small. Right?
The jellyfish is conspiring against us. But it's like, yeah, you always think that that last boy, even though you can see the marker and the finish line and whatever it is, but it never gets closer. And you're like, hey, can spring it or not? Can do the
At that
last bit.
point, I will believe your stroke will be stuck at one point. You couldn't get any faster. It's just constant in one speed, and even you think you are excited about finishing that race, but you try to go fast, but it's just not getting faster.
I know. It's like,
You are just mashing the water and you are just throwing your arm forward,
and then
but
you
it
feel
makes you more
the,
tired.
yeah, and then you find your final push, right? I mean, somewhere in between,
Yeah.
the adrenaline will kick itself back in, and you're like, okay, really, really, last one, Leo, just go. Everything
But
pain, just reach that. Um, I remember, I remember when you were talking about cramping, right? I remember one of the races, I think it's last year. Both my legs cramped as I got out of the water. I said, no, swim the thing, no problem. Wow! Then the moment we hit dry land, it's like, oh my god,
yeah,
I
the
cramp.
moment you try to stand up,
Yes,
help,
and
help,
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 limb,
anyone.
limb to the finish line. Like, oh man.
That's why it's
Uh,
not always the good when the finish line is on
Higher
the
up on the beach.
higher end. Yeah, you have to run and touch.
Okay.
When you get out, you get cramped.
Yeah.
The first position will
But
get
you
caught
gotta
by
die
someone.
must go there lah. So
Uh,
it's like limp your way there, and then if someone can run past you, then sometimes it's like that, right?
you
I
can
still
do
don't
it
like
like
running.
the third way, like go in front.
Swim up the beach.
Yeah.
If you're cramped enough, you can swim up the beach. Let me see what else. Huh. Beverly is saying she knows someone who will enjoy throwing fins at swimmers. I know who she means.
I don't
Um,
throw fins, but I use kickboard.
Whatever comes to hand lah.
Yeah, fins too brutal, I would say.
If they
Kickboard is
really
just
not paying
nice.
attention to you, then no choice.
From far you can see something coming lah. From far.
Um, Beverly also mentioned your IG story of your Asian Games. You were the same heat as Sun Yang. What was that like? You tell us about it.
Oh, for the time you can see I get 6. That was my PB 15:31. I think I get led by Sun Yang 100. The fourth place, fifth place, and the sixth place actually got lap 100.
Wow! But still, like you get led
That's
by Sun Yang, no?
he's the world record holder. What can I say?
So you like
In
just watch him go by, go wow.
Yeah,
Your moment of like, you know,
I swam side
it's
to
like
side
you
with him
like.
before. I just blast
Okay.
out and I can see his stroke just go through. So
Just watch out.
smooth,
Just watch it.
smoothly swim. I say with the turn, and he just every turn because he's so long. Every turn push off from the wall. He's way in front of me.
But it's cool, right? I mean, in a way, you're like, wow. Then you're like, yo, I'm so far behind. It's like, damn. But still, you enjoy it for what it is, right? And the
Yeah,
experience
yeah,
is
it's
something
a
you don't
really
forget.
good experience. It's a like major meet finals in Asian game. Like really really proud of having that experience.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. But you do that to people now. You go and lap people. Yeah, bully
Different
people ni.
different
Different. It's so funny. Then we go hang out after that.
yeah, now I put back my old time just just to show off a bit for my swimmers like you can
Incentive.
relay you can partner up and try to beat your coach time.
And did they? Oh, I haven't yet.
No, but they can try if they want to challenge, but they come with some punishment if they don't make it.
Wow, I like that. Uh, that's a good idea. I shall. But I put my brother's time can lah.
Don't beat your
Not my
coach.
time. Put my brother's
No,
time.
no, no.
Not as my coach lah, but put my brother's time. Then your relay goes faster. Even faster than yours, man. It'd be like really funny. Lini is asking, who on social media do you follow for ideas and inspiration?
Mm, now I like to follow if you say idols, I like Cody
Mm,
Miller
I
because
watch his
he's
vlogs.
quite a fun guy to watch. I would say.
Mm.
When I watch his YouTube about his training, I feel like jumping in training with him as well.
I know, right? It feels
Yeah,
like you're there, right?
yeah,
At that spot.
it's so positive. Like you just feel like joining their gang and keep encourage each other.
But that's what it should be, right? And I mean, you
Mm.
suffer together, but you still maintain that that it's like the team spirit, right? In
Mm-hmm.
many respects. But yeah, I love
Like
watching his
even
vlogs.
you kick each other in the race like just a 50 dive and stuff after you race your friends might did a really good time, you just congrat them, and that's a good thing.
It's a good thing. I mean,
Mm.
you might be competitors in the water, but when you're out of the water, you
Yeah,
are
they are still hang out
friends. Yeah.
together, friends and stuff.
I just find it really funny, especially when he makes fun of Lily King.
Yeah.
So funny. But they don't look like they have such a good time despite the training that they do, right? And the situation that they're in at the moment. So it's really good. Anyone else that you follow or any of the social media channels that for
uh,
ideas or inspiration or
I still follow my either Grant Hackett. Not much things about swimming now. He just maybe like me just post back what have we achieved.
way
But
back when?
that's
Yeah.
quite boring, I will say. We all know you achieved a great thing, but in the meantime, like I want to see more how's training be like in US, in Australia, and what sets they're doing, and what other different things they do. So I get some idea from them.
Oh, that's good. I mean, do you have? I mean, I like to watch Go Swim TV
Mm-hmm.
and effortless swimming sometimes. And
Some
there's
swimming
some,
memes.
yeah, those are funny, especially the ones about fly. That's funny
Mm-hmm.
because I'm never swimming fly again. Okay, um, and then although I do 200 m, I don't know why, but then some of the workout, like I mean, not necessarily swimming, but what are those that you follow? I have like my standard three. What are they? Achieve Fitness Boston and Jacob Harden and Joe Therapy and Suma's for yoga. I can't remember the thing, and there are a few others that you follow for the non-swimming side of things, right? The fitness or the what they call prehab kind of workouts. So do you have any preferences of your own on like social media you follow or?
Not really. I just follow quite a number of them there. Sometimes I see what other equipments they use for dry land and stuff. Yeah, that's helpful. I don't want to just hit the gym and put on heavy weights and just bench press them. I want to do more body
Targeted.
work type, lighter version. And how do you keep fitness instead of just sprinting all the way?
Right.
We know some muscle you don't really you only can strengthen it on land. You can't really strengthen it in the water. Very specific. So different kids got their different problem. So yeah, I keep watching
You have to
those
adjust.
exercise to adjust them into better use of their power.
I can send you some actually. They're really good. I really
Yes.
like them. Speaking of toys, I saw the Kuranang's pulley system with the buckets, and
Yeah, we
I
call it
really
the
want
power tower.
I want to try that. I mean, obviously, to someone who is a non-swimmer, what are the benefits of having that power tower, as you put it? It's basically a pulley system where the one end the swimmer will be belted in, of course, and then they would pull this pulley system, and at the end it's attached to a bucket,
Yes, a bucket.
and the bucket will fill up with water, right?
Fill up with water. They traditional normally they put with weights,
Weights.
the plates, and you get rusty, so it's not so good in the pool. So what we think is you have to make it stainless steel and non-rusty metal, and the best is pale. Right? If you don't
I
want to
mean,
put water
water is
inside,
heavy, right?
you can put sand inside if you want.
I can't imagine cleaning it
But
lah.
no, you don't want to dirty
Pool
the
side,
pool.
right?
Yeah. So yeah, it's heavy enough. If you're not happy, if not enough, you just that's the floor mat that we use for running dive.
Because sometimes when we have it, the kids would like slide because we don't have
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
actually, you feel very good after you get resistance when you do sprinting. Then suddenly you let go the resistance, and then you start to fly into the water with
It's like
extra force, and you sprint to the end. That we want them to feel that in sprinting.
because you want to feel free, just to
Yeah,
free to you know
you can just
speed up and
blast
go.
out after that. So yeah, we can use that in the workshop. You can try to finish a 20. We can pull until 25 meters. This is the diving pool. You can reach to the end. Depends how heavy the water filled up, how much the water filled up, and if from there we can see if your technique is good, if not to say good but smooth or not smooth for yourself. If it's not smooth, probably you get pulled back, or you get stuck in one point because you're just stuck at one point. You don't know where is that technique. So if your stroke is really smooth and you can go without let the bucket pull you back, that is good.
I want to try that, man. You can watch me drown slowly as I. But yeah, it's fun to try these things.
Mhm.
The clinic or workshop that Kevin is mentioning is October 17th and 18th. Registration opens out after our show, and you can go to Kuranang Swimming Academy for the information that you need. And both of us will be guiding you on open water swimming, as well as some technique and any tips and tricks that we feel that you would benefit from that. Jellyfish may or may not be included in this workshop. Depends on how well y'all do, okay? And you can sign up from today, actually. If you can do about 200 meters comfortably, and are a bit above the age of 12, thereabouts, and adults too. It's not just purely for kids. And you want to know more about how to swim open water, even if you don't have the experience, then you can come and learn from both of us, or learn from Kevin, and I'll just throw things. Ha, Coachella. It's just as fun. So let's see what else is there. Yeah, because today normally our comments do appear on our studio feed, but today it just doesn't want to work. I blame the jellyfish. It is a conspiracy. They're trying to do things that we're not supposed to do. What did someone say? Beverly was asking, how did you maintain such speed for long distance? I mean, she was asking what your secrets were. Train.
Back in the old days, when you talk about training for speed or power, there's only two things: endurance and speed. But until now, we can categorize it in many types of speed or many types of endurance for your specific needs, I would say. So training is not the same anymore compared to what I trained. Actually, it's similar, but it just categorize it because of sports science. So if you want to have more speed in your training, probably you need some power, to build up some power in your swimming technique. So if you, let's say if you want to just swim endurance, like one session 2K, you do it continuously swimming 2K every session, it won't gives you power at all. Sometimes you need to swim with paddle a 50-meter fast, or some 25, just to get your muscle fiber to active stronger stroke. Once you get used to that strong stroke, then you can slowly apply it longer in the longer race. So you must play around with your muscles and also your speed sometimes.
I mean, it's about the depth of what, because like you're saying, you don't just do endurance, you also throw in speed work, you also throw in
yes
a variety, because that gives you a much stronger foundation in which to build your race time, or your pacing, or your overall stamina and fitness, because especially in open water, you would have your pace would vary, actually, doesn't it, throughout the race, because in the beginning a lot of the times you're trying to get past the pack or people, and then in the middle you kind of hold where you end, and then obviously the very last round, then you die habis, right? Finish it. And learning that ability to, or working towards that ability to be able to adjust your pace accordingly, you would need that kind of depth in your training.
You always play around with the program to suit what you need. If you aim for faster speed, then probably you need to go faster and try to prolong or maintain the fast speed for as long as you could. Maybe you can swim a 5 km, let's say, at the 50% effort, and then you try to swim 2K in 70% effort. So you try to maintain the 70% effort pace towards 5 km. So you have to take the program more variable towards the program.
Yeah, I think from a coach's point of view, trying to keep it because training for distance as well as open water can get not say tedious, but a lot, right? And you tend to train a lot more than normal, but to keep it interesting and varied, so that, like you were saying, the depth of the foundation in which you build up.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's fun to throw in, okay, today we're just going to do speed stuff, or
Yeah.
today we're just going to do like today we did what we call death by sprints. So every so
Maybe
often,
just once in a week, that won't hurt that much. We don't do it every day.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
just once in a week, you try to swim fast, you try to catch a stronger stroke, and sometimes you get used to it, and you know how to swim fast.
it's training your body to be able to adapt to
Mm-hmm.
whatever circumstances that are thrown at you, because especially eat jellyfish, especially with open water races, anything can happen at any given point. The weather
Mm-hmm.
could change, or the current could change right in the middle of the race, and you have, if you have that strong foundation, you should be able to. Might be a bit more challenging, but
Yeah,
as you said,
sometimes
you have that variety.
you need a stronger technique, stronger stroke to go against the current. Sometimes you just can't avoid. If your pace is I won't say your pace, but if your technique is a lot of resistance, the more current to push you back is really you struggle. Like the power tower, if your technique is somehow not going smooth, you will get pulled by the tower. So same goes to the current.
Yeah, I mean, you would need that resistance training,
Yep.
because you're gonna get used to fighting things, and I don't mean jellyfish. I mean, current waves. I remember, I think it was the World Champs that we were watching, and last year, and the 25K in Korea, and then the typhoon started coming in. So they were, I can't remember where they were in the race, and that's it. That the I mean, it's a typhoon. It's not exactly a gentle breeze flowing through the thing, and you're swimming the 25K. So it's like, wow, right? I mean, obviously that's the world champs. They're of a certain level, but yeah, I mean, that's just, you have to really push your way through. And that's where the depth of your training and the resistance training that you would need to do to get to that point. It really helps, I think, all around. And then when you don't have that resistance, it's like, yay! You're doing there. Your friend, Mr. Bego, has just joined our chat.
Oh, he
At the
finished his stuff already.
end, then we're going to have to, like, that means he has to have punishment lah for being late. Terrible lah, this friend. He's going to kill me later. Yeah, Kevin has to go very soon because he has to, get back to work. Luckily, you didn't get the scientific questions that some of my friends have suggested to you. Like, what is the percentage of chlorine to whatever it was? Luckily.
That probably not a coach can answer.
I don't know how to answer that one, so man, I'll be like, can Google tell me? I don't know. Okay. Just to end this segment, thank you, Kevin, for joining us today.
Thank you.
And talking about jellyfish. Always. And coffee. And just to say thank you to my sponsors, Finish Malaysia, Swim Shop to You, and Real Out Play. And if you're interested in purchasing anything from Swim Shop to You, you can get 10% discount there. The code is dugongs because, you know, I am. And we will be, next week, we will also be at 2 p.m. The guest will be announced later this week. Also to do with open water. We seem to be on an open water stretch for October, although it's September. And what was the other thing? Yes, and if you want to sign up for the clinic, workshop, I keep saying clinic, workshop/clinic thing that you want to come and learn from me and Kevin, it's on October 17th and 18th. Just head to the Kuranang Facebook page and sign up, please. Where you will learn lots and eat lots and have lots of fun. Swim all the things. Yes, all the things. And that's it. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.